Prologue. Operator 911, what's your emergency? Can you hear me? Please, can you hear me? I hear you. The line is weak. Are you safe to speak? There's someone outside. They're moving through the street. I just went to my neighbor's house for help and their door was open. They were already dead. All of them. What is your location? 10606 Lindemere Drive. Stay where you are. Officers are on the way. A brief pause. It's too quiet. Are you inside your home right now? Is everything locked? Yes, I locked everything. Doors, windows. I turned off the lights. I'm in the hallway where there are no windows. Good. That was the right thing to do. What is your name? Abby. Okay, Abby. Stay on the line with me. You're not alone. I just heard someone screaming and running outside. That could mean officers are engaging. No. Stay calm. Your doors are locked. You are safer inside. The caller started whispering. I don't hear it anymore. That can be a good sign. No, it's worse. Why? Because the floor just creaked. It's just standing there. Abby, listen to my voice. Breathe slowly, in and out. It knows I'm here. How do you know that? Because it stopped right in front of the door. Abby, can you barricade yourself in a room? I can't move. If I move, the floor will creak again. That's okay. Stay still. Stay quiet. Are the officers close? Yes, they should be arriving any second now. You may hear sirens soon. I hear them. That's good. That means help is close. Stay on the line. You are doing very well. I hear footsteps. Where? Abby? Abby, stay with me. No, no, no! Abby, what is happening? Why does it sound like you? Call disconnected. Chapter 1. Multiple Personality. The microphone clicked before the room settled. Cold metal table. One chair bolted to the floor, another left deliberately loose. An illusion of control for the man who did not have any. Behind the glass, no one spoke. They never did when Vaughn was in the room. He sat, chained, wrists cuffed, ankles locked, posture relaxed as if the restraints were a courtesy rather than a necessity. His eyes were open, unfocused, staring somewhere past the walls, past the ceiling, past anything that belonged to this world. Detective Chandler didn't sit immediately. He let the silence stretch. Then he leaned forward, pressed the mic, and spoke like he was greeting an old acquaintance instead of a documented mass murderer. May I know who's on the mic? A pause, long enough to be intentional. Then, Sabachthani. The voice was Vaughn's. The tone was not. Chandler's jaw tightened for half a second before smoothing back into something polite. May I speak with Vaughn? A beat. Nope. Fuck you. One of the observers behind the glass shifted. Chandler didn't even blink. How about my friend Arkyle? He said calmly. He understands me very well. Another pause. This one shorter, sharper, amused. That's a slant rhyme, the voice replied. You get a pass, even if he said you're not worth talking to. Chandler allowed himself the faintest smile. It's been a while, Arkyle, he said, eyes fixed on Vaughn's. Can you let me talk to Vaughn? For the first time, Vaughn moved. His head tilted, his pupils sharpened. Something ugly flickered behind them, like a switch being flipped in a dark room. He stared directly at Chandler. Then the tension vanished. Detective, Vaughn said, voice smoother now, grounded. What brings you here, in this sad place for lunatics? Chandler sat, carefully, casually, like he wasn't sitting across from a man linked to 30 unsolved homicides and counting. Well, he said, sliding a file onto the table without opening it. Another body came up in California, Los Angeles. Same signatures. 3 crosses carved into the face, forehead, Both cheeks. A beat. I was hoping you could help me. Vaughn didn't look at the file. He just smiled. Thin. Slow. Wrong. I wish I could, Detective, he said. But that's not me. We've talked about this before. Yes, Chandler nodded. You have. He tapped the file once. Can you ask Sabachthani about Raymond Lee? For the first time, Vaughn's smile widened, then disappeared. His face went blank. When he spoke again, his voice came out softer, colder. He said your guy deserved to die, Vaughn murmured, for beating his own baby to death. Silence swallowed the room. He made sure it was a long session, Vaughn continued, eyes unfocused now. He passed out from blood loss, woke him up, beat him again, repeated it until he stopped breathing. No one behind the glass moved, not even a pen scratched. Chandler exhaled once, controlled. There's camera footage, he said. 2 individuals present when Raymond went missing. Can you ask him where the other guy is? Vaughn laughed, not loud, not hysterical, just entertained. He said, Vaughn smirked, can you ask your president if he still gets off watching iCharlie? Chandler didn't react, didn't flinch, didn't rise to the bait. I understand his rage, he said calmly, but I still have a job to do. Their family deserves closure. Vaughn leaned forward as far as the chains allowed. The metal links groaned softly. Is it our job to make things easier for you? He asked quietly. For your system? For your administration? This is just another Tuesday for you people. His eyes sharpened. The lives your people ruined, he continued, voice dropping lower, are still being ruined as we speak. Chandler held his gaze, unmoving. Sorry, Detective, Vaughn finished. I cannot help you make your job easier, especially with these types of people. A pause, then a whisper, almost conversational. If you want closure for all the crimes I have committed, bring me the president's head, or lock him in here with me for a day. I'll tell you everything, including the bodies you haven't discovered. Behind the glass, someone cursed under their breath. Chandler simply folded his hands. I understand where you're coming from, he said. But you don't have to go down to their level. You've already committed the crimes. At least be different. A flicker. Small. Dangerous. You are not as bad as them, Chandler continued softly. At least tell me how many bodies, so we know when we fulfilled our mission. Silence. Heavy. Pressurized. To make sure their families, Chandler added, don't end up like yours. The chains snapped taut. Vaughn lunged forward so violently the chair screeched against the floor. You have no idea about my family, he roared. You will end up like them if you don't shut the fuck up right now. Chandler leaned back, unimpressed. So, he said flatly. Another one with mommy and daddy issues. The room froze. Would you really be able to kill me? Chandler continued, voice sharpening for the first time. Because last time I checked, I'm not the one chained here. He leaned forward now, matching the distance. I gave you plenty of chances, he said. But all you did was hunt the weaker ones, stab them from behind. A beat. Then the knife twist. Because you're a pussy. The laugh that followed was immediate, loud, unhinged. Oh, yeah? Vaughn grinned, teeth bared. Look at Mr. Tough Guy acting brave against a chained prisoner. The chains rattled as he leaned closer. You know why I spared you, he whispered. And I'm glad I did. Because now we get to watch this movie over and over again. His grin widened. Until you find all of them. A pause. You barely found half. Chandler's smile returned. Slow. Satisfied. Thank you, Sabachthani, he said gently. Vaughn's grin faltered. I always love it when you get mad, Chandler continued. You give me hints your other friends wouldn't. A beat. Because you're the stupidest among the group. Silence detonated. Chandler tapped the file. So, he finished calmly. Around 30-ish, right? Fuck you, Vaughn snapped, slamming back into the chair. Officer, we are done here. Let's go. Boots shifted outside the door. Keys rattled. Chandler didn't move. Didn't blink. Didn't stand. Oh, he said quietly, voice cutting through the room like a blade. That's where you're wrong. He pressed the mic again and smiled. Because we are just getting started.